Hey everyone, Richard Robbins here. Well, the numbers are in for the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board for the month of October. Now, I'm going to go through a lot of the information I've gone through before, but also I got a brand new slide for you. It's the very last slide, and it's a line graph, okay, month by month of all the sales that have taken place over the last 3 years. This would be a great line graph to be using in a listing presentation or maybe showing buyers. So anyway, I hope you're going to find this helpful. But first of all, let's get started here. We look at January right through to the end of October. How did we do in October? 1,592 sales, which is up 18.5% over September. Good number. What happened to our inventory? 7,398. You can see we're at almost 8,000 last, so we're down by 6.9%, which is really cool. So obviously what happened to our months of inventory dropped by 21.5%. Now, as I always say, remember, months of inventory doesn't determine how many sales you're doing. It determines what's going on with your prices. That's all. 4 to 6 months is going to be balanced. You'll get above 6 months, you move into a buyer's territory where prices are probably going to weaken. Below 4, that is a seller's market. Your prices are probably strengthening. So look at this. You moved into 4.6 months. Now, you look at this, you say, well, prices, okay, in September, the average price was 733, or the benchmark, and now it's 720. Why would it go down when you're balanced? And some people ask me that, which is a really good question. That's because month over month, what you might have is you might have a lot of high-end homes that sell, and maybe those prices have come down more than, say, condos, right? Which will affect it month over month. But I want you to have a look at this. If we look at this, you can see last year in October, our price was 724. Now it's 720. It's almost the same. It's 0.5%. Well, why would it be almost the same? Well, again, if we go back, you can see that for most of the year, we've been in balanced territory. Remember, 4 to 6 is balanced, right? 5-7, 5-7, 5-6, 6 point. So that's why, if you look year over year, your prices really have not gone very far at all, because over the course of a year, it balances it all out. But you will see some little shifting like this month over month, because let's face it, if you have a lot of expensive homes selling, your average price, might go up. Well, if you get a lot of condos selling, your average price might actually start to come down a little bit. So that's the reason for that. But look at this. 2018, the month of October, 1,155 sales. 2019, 1,592. That's up 37.8%. Amazing number. Okay? 2 more graphs for you. The first one is a month of inventory line graph. And if we go to 2017, you can see here we started at over 4 months of inventory. Okay, then we came down. This means the market is strong right down here, 2 months of inventory. Okay, very, very strong. Then it started to creep up a little, but still stayed way below the yellow line, which is 2018. 2018, we started just above 3. And then we crossed the 2017 line. And what happened to our months of inventory? It started to go up, right? Matched it here, but overall, it was substantially higher. Look at the gap between 2017 and 2018. We're talking 3 months of inventory up to over 6 months of inventory. This is a large gap right here. So we ended at 6.8. Well, where did we start 2019? At over 7. So look how far above months of inventory. Prices weakening, okay? Market a little tough up here. You can see the gap here. We're going along, and the gap was substantial all the way through until when? Until July. And then all of a sudden what happened? 2019 went below 2018. Okay, now all of a sudden, since July, your market has been stronger in 2019 than it was in 2018. And look at this. We're sitting here right now. We're not that far off where we were in 2017. Okay, so big gap here. We're moving the right way, as you can see. So all good news. So let's have a look at this. Similar looking graph, but instead of months of inventory, it's going to be the number of sales that took place. So you can see we start here at 2017. Look what happened. This is sales, okay? We got way up here. We got up above, okay, around 2,200 sales. And then we went way up here over 2,500 sales. Look at this. This was 2017. Very, very strong. What happened in 2018, we started above 2017, but then what happened? Stress testing, a lot going on in here. Look at the gap. Our sales are way off, right? Sales, look how far our sales are off here. Like, this is huge. Okay, same thing. And then all of a sudden, this gap started to get a little bit larger on what was going on. And then we started here in 2019, and look at this, we're below, okay, slower than the last 2 years, and all of a sudden what happens? We cross the line again. So we crossed the line right here in July, and now our sales have been above what they were last year. So when you look at all this, this is really good news. Now let's face it, we're nowhere near where we were 2 years ago. I get all of that, but we're definitely moving the right way. So I think what you're going to see is you're going to see November and December. This white line here is going to stay well above this one, and there's a possibility we could get up into here because your market's moving in the right direction very, very quickly. But I will say this, in 2020, I think in 2020, you're moving back into a seller's market. That's what it looks like to me. We got the federal election over, obviously. Everybody gets back to what we call the new normal. A lot of people wait when there's an election. They don't want to do anything, not sure what type of government they're going to get. Then all of a sudden the election's over, whether you agree or disagree with the government. But now you say, hey, I got to get back to life, right? I got to start buying houses, selling houses, whatever it was I was planning on doing. So 2020, barring some crazy government intervention that screws up the market, I think 2020 is going to be a very good market for you in the Fraser Valley. So I look forward to seeing what's happening. Hope this was helpful. At the end of the day, remember everybody, it's a beautiful life, okay? Make it count.